Hello everybody, welcome back to Tea Time with Aloha and Coco, and welcome to my kitchen. On today's episode of Tea Time with Aloha and Coco, we are finally channeling in our Dr. Seuss selves. We're actually going to be creating some really cool recipes right here, all themed after one of our favorite books, Green Eggs and Ham. Now, this is going to be an episode that is so incredibly beneficial to teachers, school administrators, moms, people who just love Dr. Seuss. If you have a Dr. Seuss birthday coming up for one of your little ones, this is going to be the episode. I'm going to show you guys how to create one of the famous dishes in Whoville, if not the most famous, Who Hash. Now, before we get started, there's a couple of things you're going to need, and I want to give you a little bit of background information if you're unfamiliar. We love to travel to Universal's Islands of Adventure, and one of our favorite lands at Universal's Islands of Adventure is Seuss Landing. Over at Seuss Landing, they have the most incredible pit stop, and it is the Green Eggs and Ham stand. Over at this stand, they sell Who Hash, which again is the most famous dish in all of Seuss Landing, all of Whoville. And Who Hash is hash browns, and then they top it with a whole bunch of really awesome ingredients. From all of the menu, there are 3 that we're going to be doing today. The traditional green eggs and ham hash, which is a very famous dish. If you're familiar with Dr. Seuss, you know green eggs and ham is a huge thing, especially in schools. Number 2 is going to be the buffalo chicken Who Hash, which happens to be my favorite. My mouth is watering. And the third one is going to be the pizza Who Hash, which is the girls' favorite. Now, I absolutely love these dishes. This is like the one dish that when I go to Islands of Adventure, I need to have because it's just delicious. So we're going to be recreating 3. But remember what I always say, especially in my Instagram when I'm putting together little gifts for people, presentation is key. Presentation is what turns a regular gift into a spectacular gift. So when you go to Islands of Adventure, you have the option of purchasing your Who Hash, which is another one. It has like corned beef in it and all that. We're not going to be making that one because it's not one of our favorites. But you can purchase the corned beef Who Hash, and they come with the option of purchasing these little cans. It's the Who Hash can. This is how the people over at Whoville would eat it, from this can. I just asked for them to give me the cup, like the souvenir cup. I paid for it, and they just put that food aside, like in a different plate, so I can eat it and just keep this clean in the parks. But you can purchase these. I'll put the price, I'll link it right here, or I'll add it right here so you know how much these cans cost. Now, I know that not everybody's going to be able to visit Islands of Adventure to get these cans, and if you really want to do this in class, I searched all over the internet because I wanted to find cans that were appropriate for little hands, that didn't have any metal that they can cut themselves with. I wanted to find something that could be reused, but not glass, because obviously you can have glass with little ones. So after searching for hours and hours and hours, I came across these cans. These are from Amazon, and they're actual little cans, as you can see here. Like, they have the lines, and the best part is they have the lids. So it looks like, you know, when you're opening a can, it has like the little pickup top. These are perfection. Like I said, I searched everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and link them down below for you so you can pick them up either for your class or for your party or for your own children at home. Now, when you think of this, it's not a Who Hash can without the label. Well, I searched the internet over and over until I found the Who Hash label. Now, I don't have a link where you can download these tags or anything like that. So your best bet, if you want this, you can literally just Google Who Hash label, can label, and it should pop out. If it doesn't pop out and you can't find it, what you can do is follow me on Instagram at Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. Send me a quick DM and I'll go ahead and I'll send it to you. But these are very easy to come across. Again, just a simple little Google search. I did measure these. It's about 3 inches. These little cans are about 2.5 inches. So there's going to be some excess, but I'd rather there be extra than less. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to show you what you're going to need for these 3 ingredients. First up, the ingredients for a buffalo chicken tots. First thing you're going to need is chicken tenders. I get the Just Bare pack. They are delicious, very buttery, as close to Chick-fil-A as I could possibly find. We picked up some buffalo sauce. I like the Sweet Baby Ray's, but there's so many amazing brands. You're gonna need some ranch and some mozzarella. And this is going to be for the buffalo chicken tots. Next up, it's the pizza tots. You're going to need pepperoni. You're going to need some pizza sauce or tomato sauce. You're going to need some mozzarella cheese. And the recipe does have sausage. I decided to just remove the sausage just because that's our preference. But you can definitely add it too. It'll be fantastic. I can assure you that. Of that. But these are the ingredients for the pizza tots. And for green eggs and ham tots, you're going to need some white queso or some white cheese. I found this one from On the Border at Publix. It's the closest thing I could find to what they use, but I'm sure you can find something else. Maybe you can melt your own cheese and it would be 10 times better. Some green food coloring. Then we have some diced ham. I picked up this one from Greenfield. It's already diced. It's ready to go. And of course, some eggs. And we can't do any of these recipes without our trusty tater tots. I picked up the mini tater tots from Merida because when you do the little mini ones, they come out super, super crispy. And I like that for these recipes. The bigger ones tend to come out a little bit softer. So we're going to go with these. Anyways, now that we have our 3 different packs of ingredients, let's get started. The first step to a very successful dish is to make sure you wash your hands thoroughly and also make sure you wash all of your equipment. I'm going to go ahead and take those little cans that I just purchased. I'm going to open them up. I'm going to clean them and I'm going to set them up. Also, these cans that I'm showing you are prepared like on the website. When you buy it on Amazon, they show food inside. So these are used like for little food festivals and things like that. It's supposed to be like a cute presentation. So just know that. Okay guys, so I just covered up 9 little Who Hash cans. They came out great. I showed you guys how you would probably have to cut like the 2 edges up top at an angle, because when you wrap the can around, if you were to wrap it straight, it would just kind of lift off and kind of cover the top too. So by cutting it at an angle, it will give it the perfect shape around. So I just completed 9 of these. Now we are going to start making the actual food. So what I've decided to do is, while we are wrapping up the tater tots, the chicken, and I'm going to start with the eggs, I am going to actually create a plate where you can see me compile all of these ingredients onto a plate. That way you guys can see everything it takes to finalize it. Then I'm going to call down the girls, and then the girls are going to take all of the ingredients one by one and they're going to make their own inside of their own little Who Hash can. But I do want to show you what it would look like on a plate, the way they do it over at Whoville, so that you guys can get a better understanding of what it looks like and how the ingredients are placed. And then you can go ahead and you can add them to your own little Who Hash cans. So let's add all of the ingredients on the plates. The first thing I'm going to be making is the buffalo chicken Who Hash. I went ahead and I added the little tater tots for about 2 to 5 more minutes, just so that it can get that really crispy golden touch. And while those are getting ready, I went ahead and I took out the little chicken tenders. I'm going to take the chicken tenders and I'm going to cut them into very small bite-sized pieces. That way, when you add them over the tater tots, they kind of go in between the tater tots and you have a lot of chicken so that you can pick from. So let's start slicing up the chicken, and then we'll add everything else that it's missing. The tater tots are finished. They're golden brown. Now we're going to start adding all of the ingredients. I cut up the chicken. Let's add the tater tots. Let's add the chicken and all of the yumminess. So the buffalo chicken is done. We are going to go ahead and try it and see if we feel the same when we eat it over at Universal, at Universal's Islands of Adventure. So good. Still my favorite. Even when I make it. Once the air fryer tray cooled off, I called over the girls and they started taking the little tater tots, adding little pieces of chicken and recreating their own buffalo chicken tots. And I can't wait for them to try it and tell me what they think. So the buffalo chicken tots were an A+ 100 for me. Now we're gonna jump into the girls' favorite, which is the pepperoni, the pizza tots. So get your pepperoni, get your sauce, get your mozzarella, your sausage if you want to add. We're not going to do sausage, and let's get this started. As close as you can get when it's homemade. Super good. Girls, are you ready to make your own?
That was so cool.
Okay, so now we're jumping to the green eggs and ham hash. Let's get to it. If you're trying to do the green eggs and ham and you don't have access to a full kitchen, try this instead. Purchase the liquid eggs or the liquid egg whites. Go ahead and place it in a bowl, put it in the microwave, 30 seconds, take it out, mix it, then stick it back in the microwave for another minute and you're gonna see that you get perfect fluffy eggs. I absolutely love the way it came out. As you can see, the consistency is perfect. It is eggs. They are very fluffy. They come out looking different, just like brownish or whatever the case. Because we used egg whites, it picked up the green food coloring perfectly. So it's a beautiful green. And now we're gonna add all of the ingredients. I just finished the mixture. The eggs came out a perfect green. This is a great trick. Again, if you don't have access to a kitchen, you want something quick, you can use the egg whites. You can place them in the microwave. Only thing is be very, very careful with the amount of heat these release. You don't want to give kids the eggs and then burn their mouth. So I rather serve food a little bit like room temp before giving them something that's gonna burn them. So it just came out perfect. The green is perfect. There's no like browning. There's no, when you put it in the little fryer and you get like the brown corners. No, it's like the perfect green. So this is a great alternative. Of course, I don't like using food coloring. So this is like one of those once a year type of things where you use the food coloring. But if you can find an alternative that is natural, I would definitely go for that. Okay, so let's try it. Now, I will say, the one from the park, the reason I wanted to recreate it today is because it is, it's a traditional one. It's the green eggs and ham. Like everybody knows the green eggs and ham. I am not a fan of green eggs and ham. I'm not a fan of eggs. I'm not a fan of ham. But the one from the park is rather good. However, I just noticed my queso blanco is Monterey Jack, so it's spicy. I'm a fan of spice. So I think I'm gonna like this. Let's see. The spicy cheese makes a difference. I'm glad I got that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I had such a good time creating these Who Hash dishes for you guys. All three are available at Universal's Islands of Adventure. And I will tell you, I spoke to the girls. They gave me their opinions. I'm definitely going to stick to my original thought. The buffalo chicken tots are still my favorite, even homemade. Aloha switched from pizza to the buffalo chicken, and Coco stayed with the pizza. Again, none of us are huge fans of eggs, the green eggs and ham combo, but they were pretty good. We all agreed that they were pretty good. So I hope you guys try this. If you decide to do this with your little ones, make sure you tag us at Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. And I will see you guys very soon for more Dr. Seuss inspired videos and content. We have so many crafts, so many read alouds, and so much fun coming up for the month of March. We're going to be celebrating Dr. Seuss all March long. See you soon, and don't forget, stay magical.